Hello everybody and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you haven't followed me on Instagram, my name is Hannah and this is my first YouTube video. I posted on my Instagram a few days ago my birth and labour story, and I got loads of nice feedback and lovely comments and messages saying you guys really enjoyed the video and you wanted more content like it, and you wanted to see me talk about similar things. So I've decided to start this YouTube channel to share my experiences, and yeah, hope you enjoy. Before we get into the video, if you would like to follow me on social media, my Instagram and TikTok will be linked below. It's also here on the screen somewhere as well. So if you could follow me on there, you'll get notifications about when I post, and also some behind the scenes stuff that isn't posted on YouTube of my day-to-day life. So as this is my first YouTube video, I thought I would do a little Q&A, get to know me kind of video, just for you guys to get to know me a little bit and see what my channel is going to be about. So I went on my Instagram and I asked for some questions, and yeah, you guys really delivered. I got a lot more questions than I expected to, so I'm going to be answering a few of these now. Of course, as I've started to film, Autumn's woken up from her nap, of course, so if you can hear baby noises in the background, it's her. She's just waking up. Why now? Out of all the times, hey? You want to win the video, that's what the problem is, isn't it? Do you want to come and say hello to everybody? Yeah? Are you gonna come say hi? So for anybody that doesn't know, this is my daughter Autumn. She is just over 8 weeks old, and a lot of my content and stuff is going to be based around her and being pregnant and postpartum and just being a mum. And yeah, she's decided to wake up from her nap just as I started to... Excuse you! But she wanted to join in on the fun. Are you going to say hi? Are you going to say hi to everybody? Oh, you're so cute. You are literally so cute. Are you going to say hi? Are you? No? Okay. She's literally staring at me now. Go to sleep. It's nap time. It's nap time. She's staring at me like, I want to be involved. You're so nosy. Yes, you are. You're nosy. Yeah, you know. So, if you can hear noises in the background, it's because Autumn is now wide awake. So she's literally just staring at me, so if you hear any weird noises, it's her, and I apologise. So the first question that I got was, what is the hardest thing you have found about being a first time mum? I've actually had this question quite a lot, and it was a question that I asked people as well when I was pregnant, and I would say the hardest thing would be other people and how you feel about yourself based off other people. So in that I mean, as a first time mum and a young mum, I found that people were very opinionated during my pregnancy and once she was born about what I should be doing, how I should be parenting, and not criticising me as such, but making me feel like I needed to do better. I wasn't doing this right, I wasn't doing that right. And I was more than welcome to everybody's, opinions on and help. But it was just learning to take some things with a pinch of salt and not let other people consume my newborn bubble, if that makes sense, and take that away from me. So I'd say, yeah, definitely the hardest thing was other people's opinions and comments, and everyone, a lot of people like to put their 2 pence in, and I'd say that was definitely the hardest thing, was just learning to brush that off and just focus on what I knew was right for my baby. So the next question that I got was, how old are you and what is your star sign? So I am 23, I'll be 24 in June. So my star sign is Cancer because I'm born on the 24th of June. Another question that I've had, and if you don't follow me on Instagram, you probably won't know this. So, does Autumn have siblings? We have seen other children on your Insta. So yes, Autumn does have other siblings. So Autumn is my first biological child, but my partner has 4 children himself, so I have 4 stepchildren. So we have Summer, who is 9, and then we have Logan, Noah and Sky, and they are 7-year-old triplets. So yeah, this is baby number 5. They all get on really well, and I have such a good bond with all 5 of them, and ever since, you know, day one, I've treated them as if they're my own. So yeah, we're one big happy family. It's a very chaotic and very busy household, but yeah, everyone gets on super well, and Autumn is obviously very well looked after and very well protected by all her big brothers and sisters, and she absolutely loves them. So the next question I have received, there's quite a few of these actually, is how is Carl, and what does he think to being a dad for the 5th time? So for those of you who don't know, Carl is my boyfriend. If you've been on my Instagram, you will have seen him on there, but yeah, he's absolutely over the moon. We always said, you know, he wanted another baby, and yeah, he just absolutely loves her, obviously, as he does his other 4 children. And yes, he does. She's smiling, she's literally beaming at me. You love your daddy, don't you? Do you love daddy? Yeah. So yeah, he has a really good bond with all 5 of his children, and he is literally the most incredible dad. Like, I couldn't have picked anyone better to be the father of my child. He's absolutely incredible, and incredible to all 5 of them. They're all very lucky to have him. So next question we have is, what are your top 3 baby products? Now this was really hard because I've actually found loads of stuff that we've really liked, but so it's quite hard to narrow it down. But I would definitely say muslin cloths have been an absolute lifesaver. They're definitely up there. I actually started buying these, like loads of them, because obviously they're quite cheap, and I just thought, oh, you can never have too many. And Carl was kind of like, oh, do we really need them? Like, she's got bibs, like what's, you know, I'm not really fussed by them. But even he says now, like, oh my gosh, like they are the best thing ever. So I'd say if you are a first-time mum, or even a second-time mum, whatever, or you're pregnant, get loads of these muslin cloths. You can get them literally anywhere. I've got mine from Primark and M&Co. They come in different sizes, but they're just so handy. I use them for when I burp her, so I put them over my shoulder. So if she's sick, it doesn't go on my clothes. It doesn't always happen like that way. She still manages to get it on me, but it does give you a little bit of protection. Wiping her mouth, and just generally for spit up and stuff like that. I've just found them really handy, and they're a bit bigger than bibs as well. So that's definitely my number 1 fave. My second would be the Tommee Tippee prep machine. So this is basically, for anyone who doesn't know what it is, I'll insert a picture up here, but it is basically a baby coffee machine, is the best way I can describe it. So you pop your bottle underneath, it filters the water, you put how many ounces you want, and then it basically makes the bottle. You pop your powder in, give it a shake, and you can give the baby the bottle straight away, because the prep machine actually generates the water, so that the baby can drink it straight away. So it's at drinking temperature immediately, so there's no you know, if you do it with the kettle, you have to wait for it to cool down, and you have to keep checking it. With the prep machine, when you've got a screaming baby who's hungry, you can literally just fill it up, put the powder in, mix it, give it to her straight away. So yeah, I would say that's definitely one of my other faves. The third would be one of these. This I got off Amazon. I saw loads of people that I follow on TikTok, loads of mums talking about them, and it's called a Nappy Caddy. So it's basically a little grey box, and it's got different compartments in, and I just keep one of these in the living room for changing her. So in one section I keep nappies, wipes, this one's got like Bepanthen, Infocol, Vaseline, Sudocrem, got some dummies in here, her little healthcare kit, liquid talc and nappy bags. But it just keeps it really organised, and it means that when you go to change a nappy, you don't have to like run around trying to find everything or having everything in different places. It's just in one bag, and I can take it to whatever room I'm in, so at night obviously I don't have to take loads of separate stuff. I can just take a bag upstairs, and it's made my life so much easier, and it keeps it really organised as well. And it's really good for seeing when you're running low on stuff. So because the nappies are always out, I can literally see when I'm going down, so I need to buy more. Whereas I feel like if I kept them in a cupboard or whatever, I probably wouldn't be paying attention to how many were left. So having them in there visible is a lot easier for knowing when you need to stock up also. The next question I have is, how old is Autumn? I think I kind of explained this in the introduction, but she is 8 weeks old. She was 8 weeks on Friday. Today is Sunday, so she's 8 weeks and 2 days, and she's such a happy girl, aren't you? Are you happy? The next question that I have received is, how was your pregnancy? Did you have any complications? So I was really lucky. My pregnancy was very straightforward. It was fairly textbook. I didn't really have any complications as such. At all my midwife appointments, all my checks and everything were perfectly fine. I did, in my first trimester, I did struggle really bad with HG. So HG, for anyone that doesn't know, is basically really severe morning sickness. So it's not just throwing up a couple of times a day, or, you know, this was to the point where I would literally take a sip of water and it would immediately come back up. So I was being sick morning till night. You know, morning sickness, people think, oh, you're just sick in the morning and then that's that. Mine was all day sickness. So I would be sick in the morning and I would continually be sick throughout the day, no matter what I did, no matter what I ate. I tried all the classic remedies, like ginger and things like that, and just nothing was settling my stomach, and it got progressively worse. So I couldn't sleep because I was constantly being sick, and like I said, it got to the point where I would take a sip of water or take a bite of food and almost instantly it would come back up. And one morning I was in the kitchen with Carl's mum and his sister, and I literally just almost passed out. I went really dizzy, everything fuzzed over, like my ears started ringing, and it was obviously because my blood pressure had dropped because I hadn't been eating or drinking anything, and it was really scary. So yeah, I went into hospital and they diagnosed me with HG, and I was on a drip, so they had to put me on a drip to get my fluids back up, and I also needed nutrients. Another question I've received, and quite a lot actually, is how are you finding having a newborn? Any do's and don'ts? I absolutely love it. You know, your life changes overnight. Like the day before it was just me, next day there's a baby that relies on me for everything. So don't get me wrong, it is a massive change, but I just absolutely fell in love straight away. Having a baby for me has been the most magical and just amazing like experience, and it sounds really cliche, but yeah, I can't imagine my life without her now. I have absolutely loved it, and I do feel like it's made me, even just being pregnant, I think made me into a much more mature person, and I do think it's been sort of the making of me really, and I absolutely love her to pieces, and I just would not change it for the world. So yeah, having a newborn is just the best thing. Don't get me wrong, it's really exhausting at times, and you know, especially during when you're sleep deprived and you don't have time to eat, and you know, there's a lot of crying, you know, it's tough, but it's so magical at the same time. You know, from the moment she came out and was put on my chest, like my whole world just changed, and she was what mattered, and I didn't care what it took. I would look after her and give her everything. Any do's and don'ts? I'd say this is quite hard because I think every pregnancy is different, every person is different, and every baby is going to be different. But I would definitely say one big don't is, like I said earlier, try and look after yourself. When your baby's first born, you need to prioritise that baby and yourself and yours and the baby's needs over people wanting to come and visit or people wanting to come over and have a cuddle with your baby. I'd just say stick to your guns. If you don't feel comfortable having people around yet, or you don't want people holding your baby yet, then you need to stick to your guns. Don't feel like you have to have or everyone visit her or him in the first week. You know, you've got so much time. Do not feel pressured to make decisions that you're not ready to make yet. A big do, I would say, is just take in every single second, because let me tell you, it goes so quick. Like, she's only 8 weeks old, but she seems so big already and so grown up already. Like, she's not this tiny little newborn anymore. She's growing every day, and if you blink, you're going to miss stuff. So I just say take in every second, even the days that are hard and the days where they're crying and the moments that you're not getting any sleep. Try and enjoy it and take it in, because it goes so quickly and they grow up so fast. So yeah, just take in every single second that you can. Another question that I've received is, are you coming back to cheerleading? So for anybody that doesn't know, I was a cheerleader for Easterly All-Stars that are based in Peterborough, and I actually had to come out of the season when I found out I was pregnant. So I missed that season. I came out halfway through, and then the season that's currently happening I couldn't do because I've just given birth, but I am hoping to return in September for the new season, on the same team as before. I've got some really lovely friends there, so yeah, I will definitely be coming back. I really enjoy it, and as an ex-gymnast, it's just the most fun thing. You know, I get to do my tumbling and all the things I really enjoyed, and gymnastics and cheerleading have gone sort of hand in hand for me. So it's doing, you know, something that I love, and I think it'll be good for me to have something to focus on again and a way to keep fit again, because going to the gym now I've got a baby is not really possible. So it'll be really nice to get my fitness back up with that too. The next question is, what games do you play on your Switch? I bought a Nintendo Switch in lockdown and I am literally obsessed, and I'm still obsessed, and I don't care what anyone says. I absolutely love it. It's amazing. So I play Animal Crossing. That's like my main go-to game, and I'm still playing it now. I've racked up like 270 hours on it or something disgusting like that. But I like to play that, and I've also been playing the Harry Potter Lego game. That's really good, and also the new Pokemon, I've got Diamond, I think. Yeah, Pokemon Pearl. I've been playing, so they're like my 3 sort of favourite games. I literally love the Switch so much, I'm not gonna lie. I've recommended them to so many people. Oh, I do like Mario Kart as well. Mario Kart is an absolute classic. It is so good. And the kids, I have my Switch, and the children, they have their Switch as well, so they like to play games with me and Carl, and it's really nice because you can do like online multiplayer with like Mario Kart or Fortnite or whatever, so they really enjoy playing with us too. This game, I'm still talking about Switch, oh my god. This question also came up quite a few times. It is, what other names did you like other than Autumn? So picking a name was so difficult. I didn't think it would be this difficult, but especially picking a name that we both liked, we found really hard. So we had a little list going, and we were really struggling for boy names, so it was a little bit of a relief when we found out she was a girl, because we could not pick a boy name at all. But I think Autumn was always our top name. That was like always in the back of our minds, nothing compared to that name. That was always our favourite, so that was always at the top of our list. The other names that were on the list, I think Amber was on there, Eloise was on there, and what else was on there? Amber, Eloise. I think it was just Amber, Eloise and Autumn, but Autumn was always the name that just stuck at the top, and that was actually the first name that we both agreed on. So I think it was fate that, you know, we picked that. But we also felt like it went really nicely with her sisters' names. So obviously Sky and Summer, and we felt like Autumn kind of fitted into that nicely. So we've got Summer, Sky and Autumn, like seasonal weather names, and I think it's really cute. So yeah, that's why we picked Autumn. Next question is favourite drink. At the moment, I'm not gonna lie, my white monsters are what is getting me through. But I do, if we're talking about alcohol, I'd probably say pink gin and lemonade. Typical basic drink, but yeah, that's definitely my favourite drink, other than these. The next question I have received is, how much sleep are you getting? This varies night to night. If you've already had a baby, you'll know what I mean, but when they're a newborn, there's not really too much pattern with what they do. It's quite erratic. She's starting to get into a bit more of a pattern now. We're getting kind of a good amount of sleep. I wouldn't say it's terrible. Like, there have been some completely sleepless nights, but on the whole, she'll kind of fall asleep for bedtime about 11 when we go to bed, and then she sleeps until about 4, and then she'll have a bottle at 4, she'll be awake till about 5, and then we'll go back to sleep until about 8, 9. So yeah, typically we do get kind of 8 hours, but it's just split up in the middle. Obviously, like I said, we have had a few sleepless nights, and there has been 2 nights actually where she's completely set free, but I'd say on the whole it's 8 hours sort of broken into 2 4-hour blocks. So the final question I'm going to answer is, how many tattoos do you have? I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I have 4 tattoos. So I have one on my arm. I was going to try and pull my sleeve up so you could see it, but I have one on my arm here, which is a lotus flower. I've got a quote on my ribs. I have a mandala design on my thigh, and then on my like ankle and foot, so like from like here to here, I have like another mandala type tattoo there as well. I do want to get more, but all my money is going into being a mum and looking after her at the moment, so I don't think I'll be getting any more for a while, but I really would like some. My 2 most recent tattoos, so the mandala on my thigh and the mandala on my foot, were done by the same girl. So that's my friend India. She is absolutely incredible. I will put like a screenshot of her Instagram up here. Her art and her tattoo, she is just absolutely amazing, and I'll also leave like a link down below. So that is all the questions that I have for today. So I hope you've enjoyed the video and you've learnt a little bit more about me. Please let me know like any videos that you would like to see, or any content that you would like to see. You can message me over on Instagram, or you can comment them down below. I'd love to know what you guys would like to see next. Please like and subscribe, turn the notifications on so you know when I post, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching, bye!